Hello and welcome to another video from Natasha Lee. I know I've been off for a few weeks, so I wanted to come back to you with something really beautiful and special. And so I've produced these nails that are done just with stamping plates and some of those amazing holochrome pigment powders. If you do want to know more information about why I've had to take time off, then I have uploaded a video, and that is on my new channel, Ginger Tash. All my vlogs will be moving to this channel and there'll be extras coming too, so please pop on over and subscribe. Links are in the top right corner and in the description. This is the first time that I've actually felt strong enough to talk to you about what happened, so thank you for your patience, and in the meantime, let's get on with this tutorial. As always, I'm going to begin by cleansing and filing my nails, and I'm using 99% isopropyl alcohol. If you want more information on how to do this, there's a link in the top right corner. Then we're going to go straight in with our base coat, and I'm using Unz Ready for Takeoff Peel Off Base Coat. Apply to all 10 nails and allow to dry. Next, using a white, and I'm using OPI's Alpine Snow, we're going to apply the white to our index finger, ring finger and little finger. Once you've applied your first coat and it's dry, go in with your second coat nice and carefully to get a good even finish. Don't worry if you do get any on the skin, it's very easy to clean up with a brush dipped in nail polish remover or acetone. On our thumb and middle finger, I'm going to apply EDK Andromeda, which also is an amazing stamping polish, so you'll have seen it in some of my previous videos. It's got a great coverage with stamping, but for this look I want to make sure it's fully opaque, so I'm going to apply 2 coats, allowing each coat to dry. Now on my ring finger I'm going to apply that beautiful unicorn, and I'm going to be using the Northern Lights Holo top coat just to add a little extra sparkle underneath. Once the hologram top coat is dry, I'm going to use the Edge Nail Effects foil adhesive with some Aurora Magpie Beauty limited edition powders, as well as the Nail Craze NCO2 stamping plate with these beautiful images on. Begin by applying the foil adhesive to any of the nails where we're going to be stamping designs, so that includes the index finger, ring finger and little finger. Now this will appear slightly blue when it's applied, that's fine, but it helps you to understand when it's dry. And this is me just applying it to my little finger. So basically, when it's dry, it goes completely clear. And finally, I'm just applying it to my index finger. Now I'm just going to use a fluffy brush to pick up some of the Magpie holochrome powder and lightly pat it over the design. Try and make sure you've covered the whole design. Then using a stamping scraper, very low angle, just very, very gently, scrape across the top of the design to remove any of the excess powder. You may need to do this a couple of times to get a really clean finish, and then I like to finish off with a silicone tool just to make sure it's nice and crisp before I pick up with my stamper. Now I'm going to be using a crystal stamper, and I have bought a number of these to try and find my favourite, and the one I'm using is from AliExpress and the link is in the description. When using a stamper with the powders, it's important to clean before and after each use using warm water and allow to dry. This stops any of the static from actually making the dust spread around. Simply line up the unicorn central on the nail, looking through the viewfinder, and then push carefully over the whole nail. The dust will stick to the nail because we've applied our foil adhesive and allowed it to dry. When using dusts and foils, it's important to use a water-based top coat as this prevents it from cracking. So we're just going to apply a generous layer and allow to dry, and later on I will finish with my normal glossy top coat. Now for the design on my little finger, I'm choosing the one from the centre of the plate and applying my dust diagonally because my nails are very long and this is the only way I can get the design to cover them fully. Again, just very lightly scrape over with your scraper and make sure the area is all clean, ready to pick up the design with your stamper. And you can see how amazing this holochrome powder looks on the stamper. It is so beautiful. And I'm just going to apply this straight onto my nail with the foil adhesive underneath that's dried in a diagonal fashion to cover my whole nail. But if you don't have long nails, you can just apply it normally. Just push down firmly to make sure that all the holo powder has applied to the nail where the foil adhesive is. If there are any gaps down the side, don't worry, just pick a little bit of the dust up extra on a brush and brush it down the side and it will just stick to your foil adhesive. Again, apply a coat of our water-based top coat and then allow to dry. This is quite a runny top coat, so clean up any mistakes either with a brush dipped in nail polish remover or a silicone tool like I'm using here. For my final stamped nail design, I'm using another scrolling image and applying it diagonally, gently with my brush, and then just carefully scraping the excess off but making sure I've spread it fully over the design so I can pick it up cleanly. Remember to wash your stamper with warm water between each application and allow to dry naturally. I like to start by lining up at the tip of my nail and then rolling the stamper firmly down over the nail and side to side to make sure all of that hollow chrome powder has adhered to my dried foil glue. Now it's time to start that crystallized middle finger, and I'm going to begin by applying a full coat of normal HK Girl top coat to the nail and allow to dry. And for this look I'm going to be using a variety of Swarovski crystals as well as my HK Girl top coat, and of course I couldn't be without my lovely crystal katana for applying the crystals. I'm going to begin by applying some of the top coat to the centre of the nail, and then I'm quite simply just going to pick up one of my 2.8mm raindrop crystals, put it into place and then pat it down to make sure it's adhered properly. There's no right or wrong way of how to apply these crystals. I'm just applying some top coat a bit at a time and then picking up various sized crystals to create the crystal nail design. You can use whichever size crystals that you like, they will just need to be flat backed and non-hot fix. And once applied to the nail, just push into place and keep going. I actually decided to tip a number of my crystals out onto my desk as it was making it easier to find the different sizes that I wanted to use. It doesn't actually take that long to do this, and once you've got your flow you can do it very quickly in only a few minutes. Now I'm just going to apply top coat one nail at a time to all our stamped nails, and then we're going to finish with some detailing of some crystals around the cuticle area. I'm just applying an SS9 crystal in the centre and then going smaller down the sides. And we're just going to repeat this on our index finger, ring finger and little finger. On our thumb, I'm going to apply our water-based top coat again, and this time we need to make sure it's absolutely thoroughly dry before we go on to the next step. And once it's dry, using an eyeshadow sponge applicator, I'm just going to rub in some more of that Magpie Aurora Holo Chrome powder and just rub it in really firmly. Now this does work much better on a gel polish with an Oakland's top coat, however it's totally doable on nail polish as long as you're using a water-based top coat. The way I got round avoiding any patchiness was to use a similar colour underneath, which is why I've used the holographic silver as a base colour. Then we're going to apply another layer over the top of the water-based top coat and allow to dry. And once that's completely dry, we're going to finish off with a layer of HK Girl quick drying top coat. Finally, apply a generous slick of cuticle oil around your cuticles and massage in. And here is our fabulous finished look. These nails are so magical. These would have been my dream nails when I was growing up, so why not wear them now I'm an adult? There's something for everyone in this nail design, so if you don't like one of the looks, then just omit it and use the others instead. However, they do look really beautiful all together. It's very hard to get good footage of the hollow chrome powders, but I've tried my best for you. These pictures, however, just do not do them justice. They are so beautiful. Just remember, you're not just limited to using holochrome powders or stamping polish with stamping plates. You can use any sort of dust like that you like, including mica powders, eyeshadows that are loose and really beautiful, or any cosmetic grade pigments and powders. I hope you found this tutorial interesting and it showed you some new techniques. If you enjoy vlogs and behind the scenes footage, then that's all moving on to my new channel Ginger Tash, where the links are in the description. Please come along and support me and subscribe. This is where you will get to see the real life behind all these tutorials. Thank you so much everyone for watching, and thank you all for being so supportive and fantastic over the last few weeks. It makes me feel really good knowing that I can take this time out to be with my family, and you're still here for me when I get back. In the meantime, Christmas is around the corner and I'm going to be uploading extra videos including some Christmas crafts and present ideas for you, and new nail art tutorials will be uploaded weekly. Once again, thank you very much for watching, and please don't hesitate to drop me a line or leave me a comment below letting me know what you would like to see in my tutorials and videos.